Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 8th episode of Akanesasu Shoujo. And last episode, Chloe got to finish off her arc. We got to see a transformation sequence, got to battle some old enemies that were souped up, and we got Asuka pushed down a couple times by the other girls, which I certainly enjoyed. So yeah, that was pretty much the last episode where I could kind of guess where things might go. You know, guessing that Chloe's arc would be next, and it was, but from now on, I'm really not sure what to expect. Like, I can guess it's either going to be Asuka or Yu's turn. I'm not really sure which one. I kept kind of flip-flopping back and forth which one I think would go next, but yeah, Yu's could certainly be interesting because I imagine Yu's arc would focus a lot on just kind of holding back, like acting like a role model student. Because I think they mentioned that something like that before, way back in the day, and maybe her true self is a bit more like sexy you, but that version of you just didn't have much reason to hold back, so she's expressing herself fully. And maybe in Yu's arc, normal you will be a bit more like that you. Who knows? I think that would be interesting though. But that's only kind of speculation, guess kind of thing I can really do. So I'm definitely excited to get into this and see what we're gonna get. So that's what I'm gonna do. So hopefully you can enjoy this as well. So 3, 2, 1, play. What, a career form? Yeah, I figured that's what it was. It's what it always is. I mean, if you're up for it, that's not a microphone. It's Chikuwa, it's not a microphone. Yeah, I mean, she probably knows what she's gonna do. Medical school. Did we know that about her before? Yes. I love the callback. Well, that timing, though. Gave her the girl a heart attack. Okay, that's a thing, I guess. Maybe important later, probably not. Well, maybe it will be important. Let's just do that, please. We really are focusing back on Tomiya this episode. We just can't escape him. Even our sanctuary, they talk about him. It's the worst. Guess we gotta find a new place. Oh, okay. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully you're okay. Well, waitress Asuka over here. I think we should. Good time for some community service. We might actually take a break from fragment stuff this episode. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. But I think every episode before now we've went to a fragment. I'm pretty sure. Really is a good opening. Yeah, the opening really does make Sexy You seem like an antagonist. Like, she's on the opposite side of Asuka, going towards each other in kind of a combat fashion. So, she's got to be an antagonist of some description. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, we are dressed for work. Thank you for that. Oh, Asuka and Asuka. That's interesting. That's her biggest issue. Good job for her. You knows what she's doing. Praise me more. What do you have in mind, Asuka? Okay, now we're dressed for work. Are we gonna do a new outfit every day? Because I hope that's what we do. That's pretty cool. It's like, it's kind of like a waitress uniform, but more Japanese styled, I think. Definitely not like a French-made outfit. Man, we're just throwing out great ideas left and right, aren't we? Oh! Wow, okay. Okay. We are at it now. Even the wedding music in the background. We really are dedicated to this. It's great callback to the Wild West stuff. Really? Okay. Okay. It makes you a little bit nervous. It is. It is. But she's of course not a clutter in this world. In real time to seeing those little signs. How could they be too busy for this stuff? Almost. It's not really obvious. Oh. There we go. Man. So that, unfortunately, that was just her imagination. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I think it's a literal perfect plan. I was afraid of that. I mean, Bunny Black did something like that. Bunny Black 2, I think. Yeah. It was great. Success. Yeah, it looks like this will be Yu's arc. Although the title said Asuka, so I don't know. The cram school thing? Apparently not. Cram school. Well, yeah, I have to spend more time with Asuka. I wouldn't call it poison. I would call it awakening you. Because I think that is your true form, and I think you will blossom into it at some point. And I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, definitely interesting that the title mentioned Asuka, but the episode gives me a Yu vibe. Although there's only one scene, so I probably just jump into conclusions. I mean, it's you, so. Wow. We actually got her to wear it. It's easier said than done. Now they have twins serving them. Okay, I see your angle now. Can't really say no to that. He doesn't want to be just like a freeloader. Suryaska doing this is just the best. She's not. She's not the cute Asuka. The other Asuka's a cute Asuka. Oh no. But at least, yeah, at least she can do that. At least she's competent. She might not be cute and friendly, but thank you for that. Now she got on their good side. Now they can see her good points. Which is, yeah, rescuing the coffee cups like a boss. I guess that kid reminds her of Kyohei. Takun. Don't we all? I would have a plan B if I was you, though. I mean, we just met you. Banana, of course. Really trying to tell them apart when they're dressed the same. Oh? I just thought she reminded her of the little brother, but maybe wasn't it at all. Good job, Banana. Yeah. You're plenty great, Asuka. Oh wow, we're all showing up. Okay. We just all dished what we were supposed to do. A little bit. I love it, we're just all embarrassing Asuka. Back to the Annie and Maxta. For 5 years. Wow. Well, maybe she should say something. Even you escaped. But... Wait, did we put... Yeah, we just put animal ears on her. I can't believe she let us do that. Yeah, I mean, if anyone's gonna know Asuka, it would be her. I can see that. It's fine. You're fine the way you are. Gat Moe. Definitely, yeah. I still can't believe she let them put the ears on her. Yeah, it doesn't need to be focusing more on Asuka than you. Bet that's gonna be our new wallpaper. Got a timer? Hurry up! Get back there! You're gonna... Okay. Well, you mostly got back there. Of course you got Nana doing the double piece. But even the outfit that Asuka wears is sexier, so... I do enjoy the focus on Asuka. Because she's pretty cute in her own way. In the Gatmo way. Okay, back there. What enemies were you expecting? Family members? Being sneaky, Asuka. Be quiet. Man, she really does look pretty sexy in that outfit. I never really noticed too much before. That previous angle shot made that pretty clear. It's fine. Yeah, I do enjoy the bond building up here. Yeah, it's the same kid. It's a bit of a mood shift. Ah, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know how you explain this. I guess you just act like she's, like, admires her and tries to look like her. I guess you could do something like that. Okay, this is another angle we could use. I mean, it's not like she could question that too much. Because everyone has a doppelganger, you know. You probably heard that before somewhere. Well, gotta make one up, don't we? I love the eye twitching. City. Okay. Shitty? Like, oh, shitty, like butt? That's a fine family name. Oh, shitty as in serious, I get it now. Okay, that's great. That entire scene was great. It took me way too long to get that. Yeah, City, Asuka, City. Because, yeah, in Japanese, the family name would go first. So, yeah, City, Asuka. It makes a lot of sense once I realized it. I was just a little bit slow. Yeah, because of the family. And now she gets to finally, like, actually be with the family, not hidden, which is pretty nice. Just... It's definitely gotta be a weird feeling for Asuka. For Siri Asuka. Because this would, like, be her family too, right? So... Well, yeah. Is there a problem there? Okay. I see. Hanpa's like half-hearted, right? Something like that. Well, maybe you don't really want to do it, but you're forcing yourself to because you feel like you should. That might be something that father's worried about. Hello, Asuka. Both Asukas, of course. I really do prefer a hair down like that. uh, I would love to see you try. Well, it doesn't mean you want to make it your whole life. But yeah, Kyo's gone, so she might feel a lot of extra responsibility to do it because of that. We are getting into that. Uh... You don't have to feel limited. But is it truly what you want to do? uh... Oh, it's time for an attack. Yeah, had to break the tension somehow. Yeah, we definitely got into some deep territory there. Couldn't keep that going for too long. Oh no, the hat! Come back, hat! There's... Yeah... She's like barely bigger than him. Are you though? It's not a pleasant way to wake up. Two very different responses to it. As expected of our twins. Man, could you imagine sleeping with yourself like this? Like waking up next to a mirror? Aww. Oh. Now that's a nice way to wake up. Oh no. You got trouble? Yeah, that's a little bit concerning. Oh no. Trouble back home. Things getting worse, and they were already pretty bad. It was a nice moment while it lasted. Wish we could have been cuddling for a couple more minutes. But duty calls. What are we writing? A number? Yeah, I think this is the same place as the dream. I'm not sure though. You can't transform yet. At least once this Asuka to be happy. I really don't like how this feels like a final goodbye. I don't want this to be a final goodbye. I like you a lot, Asuka. Please don't leave. You've got to go after her, right? Can't just leave her alone. Right, it was a number. 6557. Because I think that was Asuka's number. Because that was the first place they went to, so they know how to get there. So we're definitely going after her. Yeah. If we can help, that'd be great. Most of us can transform. Most of us can fight them. Astral module. I guess so. Okay, it is Yu's turn next. Gotcha. Yeah, she is the natural choice. And it is your turn to get your arc, which I am looking forward to her arc. I want to see her for a while. So we did get Asuka focus this episode, but we didn't get an Asuka transformation. Which makes sense, because we already have an Asuka that can do that, so... Yu is the natural choice. Definitely worried what we'll find when we get there, because the first time we went there was pretty dangerous. But we are more prepared now. But on the flip side, things probably are more dangerous than they were before. Because of that alarm. So, what are we gonna see? I don't like this red tint. That's concerning. Oh. That is definitely concerning. Huh. It's like a barrier there? Huh. Well, okay. Okay, that was the 8th episode of Akanesasu Shoujo. And yeah, her world definitely doesn't look great. Really at all. You know, the first time we went to her world, we didn't know much about, like, the universe of fragments, what any of this really entails. But now that we do, it does make me wonder what specific kind of clutters her world has. Like, we've had, like, the judge and actor and stuff before, and, like, that brainwashing world. So what exactly is this world's, like, a gimmick? I'm kind of wondering about now. Like, what form does the clutter take? It's kind of what I'm curious about. I found the word eventually. But anyway, this episode, right out the gate, the episode was called, like, Asuka, right? I wish I could find where it said that on screen. I'm probably not going to actually be able to find it, though. It might have been after the opening. If so, I might be able to find it. But, I don't know. It said it's somewhere. I'll just give up on it. Because the Asuka, I mean, clearly it was written differently in Japanese, but yeah, I don't know. Not sure what to make of that. But anyway, this episode, like, the first real conflict was just our cafe that we usually go to. It's a little bit busier than usual because of the Tomoya marriage musical thing that was going on. So that got a lot of people in here because they wanted to go see that. And the manager, owner, whatever, of the store, of the cafe, kind of injured himself. So we took it upon ourselves to help because, you know, we're a good group of people and we help out people in need, especially when it comes to a place that's kind of become our home away from home, where we hang out and stuff. So of course they're gonna help out. So the best part about this, though, was just seeing them in the various outfits. Like, they kept it simple at first, just like a pink apron sort of thing, but then they had like a maid outfit, the Wild West outfit. You know, we got an imagination sequence bathing suits, which would have been nice if that was something more than an imagination sequence, but unfortunately now it was just a joke, unfortunately. Then we had like the wedding outfits and stuff. Got like Nana with her outstretched hands. Just, yeah, they really had fun with this. This was great. Even had the one judge show up who is not the evil judge in this world. So that was fun. And of course she showed up during the cowboy Wild West themed one. It just makes too much sense. So yeah, even though the episode was called Asuka or whatever, I really still thought after that one scene that we would get into some U focus with the whole cram school phone call. Just because the way this scene was, it kind of felt that way, right? Or maybe it was just me, but it felt like we were diving into some U stuff there. But no, it was just, I guess, a little bit of a tease for future U stuff. Just a little bit of foreshadowing to get us ready for it. Because, yeah, next episode seems to be maybe getting into that with her being the link. And I don't remember where it was, so I'm not going to be able to get the exact line. But at some point, you made a comment about the other you, and how the kind of, like, poison was a word she used. Like, how poisonous she is to her. So, like I said at the beginning of the episode, I think because she does hold herself back a lot to act like how she thinks she should act, the, you know, honor student, role model student, whatever, she's putting on that mask, that front. And when she sees a version of herself that doesn't do that, it does have an effect on her because she can't help but think, at least on a subconscious level, that the mask she wears is not necessary because the other you doesn't do it. She's doing fine. So there's no reason why you couldn't do that. And I think that's starting to get to her, starting to maybe doubt herself, doubt her how she goes about things, you know? So, because she goes to cram school and all that, which she might not really want to do if she's as willing to skip it as she did this episode and get kind of scolded. So, and Asuka kind of did give her some looks there in that scene, for sure. And also there is the Asuka thing. You know, Sexy You has not exactly made it a secret that she is pretty attracted to Asuka. You know, I think she's made that pretty damn clear. And if Sexy You is attracted to Asuka, there's a good chance, not a guarantee, because there are little deviations here and there, but there's a good chance that you is attracted to Asuka as well. And she might just be holding that back because maybe that sort of thing doesn't fit her vision of what, like, a role model student would do, so she's holding back, you know, being in a gay relationship with Asuka. So there could be that as well, which could definitely be an interesting thing as well, because that could definitely push her in a certain direction, seeing sexy Asuka doing things that she wants to do with Asuka I'm getting my names mixed up. Seeing Sexy You do with Asuka things that she would like to do with Asuka could certainly have an effect on her. So, yeah, we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that goes. I'm definitely looking forward to future developments on that front. Because even if I'm getting some of the specifics wrong, it still should be a pretty good arc, because you, over the course of the show, my curiosity about you has been increasing more and more. A large part to the existence of Sexy You kind of giving me a bit of a different perspective on you as a person. So, but yeah, this episode, I talked a lot about you considering the episode's focus on Asuka. So, we have our two Asukas, regular Asuka and Siri Asuka. We had a lot of great scenes with them, honestly. Like, first of all, getting Siri Asuka to do these not-so-serious things, like dressing up and cosplay, putting on the ears, you know, trying to fool you, and all that. Just a lot of fun stuff there. And that was also a thing where you very immediately knew that was Siri Asuka. Like, they tried to fool her, but they can't. And if she is as attracted to Asuka as I think she is, then of course you would know them apart. No doubt about that. So that lends more to that theory. So, that was a thing. But yeah, just seeing Asuka and Siri Asuka together, it's always a great time. You know, because, yeah, they're pretty similar, because they're like the same person, sort of. So it makes sense they would get along pretty well. And she's always been pretty sneaky with Siri Asuka in her home, because it'd be hard to explain the two of them. But in this episode, the jig was up. The grandmother saw them, and she needed answers about why there were two Asukas in her room. And I wasn't sure how they were what direction they were going to go with this. The first thing I thought was just it would be a matter of, hey, this is my friend. She admires me a lot, so she's just like dressing up like me and stuff. It's a little bit unhealthy, I know, but it's just what she does. Like, maybe they could go something like that. But no, they went in a bit of a different direction, just kind of like, hey, I just happened to bump into this girl that looked a lot like me, and now we're hanging out. Which is honestly not that far from the truth, because yeah, they were just out there, and one day they just bumped into Asuka, who looks a lot like her. Of course, she didn't mention the fragment stuff or anything like that, but still, she didn't really lie that much, so it's fun. So, when it ran into problems, though, was when she asked for her family name, because the family name's the same, and that would be pretty hard to explain, so we couldn't say that. So, yeah, yeah, I love this shot here at like 14 minutes and 4 seconds, because we have regular Asuka up front, just the shaded blue face, the sweat, just absolute panic mode. And then behind her in the background, we have Siri Asuka, who has this just gorgeous smile and eyes closed and all that. Very nice contrast between the two of them, considering they're like identical, but polar opposite faces. I kind of like that. It's just nice in general to see Siri Asuka doing such a sweet smile. So, just, yeah, I just like this entire scene. It had a lot of good stuff in it. And this part here, too. I also got a lot of good faces here. So, because once they talked about the inviting her for dinner thing, right after that, she's like, oh, well, okay, what's your last name, dear? And we got this great little eye twitch from Asuka, like, she's doing that, and just the eye twitching. I like that a lot for some reason. But... But yeah, at this point it was time to panic, like we gotta come up with some name off the top of her head. And she came up with one. And what did she say? She said Shiri. Now, my mind went to a couple places immediately. The very first thing I thought was Siri, like the Apple iPhone app voice thingy. That was the first thing that came to mind. Then a half a second later, Shiri as in Oshiri as in butt, Japanese word for butt, came to mind. And that's what it was in my head for a good couple, maybe 3 seconds, somewhere around there. And then it finally clicked in my head what it was all about, because her nickname is Shiri Asuka. So, Shiri Asuka, like, because the family name goes in front in Japanese. So just, it was kind of a weird combination of brilliant and not that clever. I don't know how to describe it, but regular Asuka got a huge kick out of that. It took everything she had out to burst out laughing, because even just the way she said it, like Siri Asuka, like she could barely believe the words that were coming out of her own mouth. Like, I don't know, just the way she delivered the line, I don't know, just, it was perfect. Like, you can almost feel the range of emotions as she said it. Like, is this really happening? Am I really adapting that stupid nickname she gave me as my real name as a cover? Just, it was great. I don't want to talk about it too much, because there's really not that much to say, but it was great. Just, the entire scene was 10 out of 10. Probably the best scene of the episode, for sure. And then we had our dinner scene, but this was interesting as well, because one of the themes of the episode was kind of... Shut up, phone. Was kind of the difference between this Asuka and the other Asuka, because this world, the world that we've known, very similar to the real world, fairly peaceful, nothing really all that problematic. It's fine. So we just got a heartwarming, family-friendly dinner where we all care about each other and all that. And we have Siri Asuka here, who... Her life is not like this normally. Her world is very different. She probably does not sit down with her family and eat like this. I can almost guarantee that doesn't happen. So, and assuming the parents and everything are the same, which I don't see why they wouldn't be, and like if her parents just aren't around anymore in her world, just imagine how she would feel just sitting here with family members that she's lost just at the dinner table. Just, yeah, that would be a pretty indescribable feeling, I would imagine. And especially since they, like, obviously don't know her really at all. But yeah, just it would be interesting. But this scene, I think the main point of it was, we talked about the career thing we mentioned earlier in the episode, which there was obviously some meaning to, that was obviously had a lot of meaning to it that we would get into later in the episode, because career kind of goes hand in hand with future, and Siri Asuka doesn't really feel like she has one. Like currently it's just a desperate attempt to hold on to what they have and not completely lose to the clutters, to the Twilight and all that. But regular Asuka, that's not the case. She has a future, a real life, a real chance to be free, live a happy, fulfilled life, which Siri Asuka feels like she doesn't. So she wants to support that as best she can, not drag her into her own problems and all that. But on the flip side, Asuka's like, no, we're super close now. We love each other. I want to help you. Just let me help you, you know, that kind of thing. So, I mean, that dynamic is pretty common in anime. The whole, stop, stand, I just want to protect you. No, I want to help, like that sort of thing. Not exactly a new concept, but it's really well done here, because there is a lot of connection between these two because they are kind of the same person, you know. So, and yeah, anyway, back to the specific miso thing. Yeah, Asuka wants to just kind of take over the family business, which, you know, that's usually the case in anime. Either the child of the family business wants to take it over, or they don't. I mean, both of those plot points are pretty common. But in this case, she wants to do it, but not necessarily because she really wants to do it. It feels like it's just more of a responsibility, a feeling of responsibility, because if she doesn't do it, who will? Because the little brother Kyuu, you know, just gone. So, like, she probably feels like she has to make up for that. Like, she can't run away. Like, it's just she's got to do it, you know. So, and if that's the case, the father very seemingly doesn't want that to be the case at all. Like, he seems to want her to just live life that she wants to live, not feel restricted by the family business. So that seems to be a bit of a conflict there. Which honestly, I kind of figured that would be a thing, like way back in the day when we first learned about the family business. I kind of figured we would eventually get to this point. So nothing about that surprised me too much. Then we had a nice bath scene. Well, usually bath scenes are nice. Not a lot to say about it really, but we did talk about that one boy that's apparently not anywhere near as happy in her world. So a very concrete example of a difference for Siri Asuka. And then we had the dream. Apparently we both had the same dream, although one of them was in tears and one was not, which says a lot. It was nice though, just seeing them laying in bed together, being all smiley, like snuggling their heads together. Like, it was nice. I quite liked all of this. I would definitely be okay with some Yuri stuff here. It would obviously be a little bit weird, all things considered, since they're the same person, but I would still gladly take it. But before we could get too much into that, it was time to go. Apparently things are worsening back in her world, so she's gotta go. She's gotta go. And she left at the same riverbank that I'm pretty sure was in the dream, which might have been the last place they ever saw Kyuu. And luckily we still have her number, so we can call her or go to her world, you know. So she can't escape us for good. Unfortunately for her, there's literally nothing she could do to really stop us, so we're going. And we went. And Yu's gonna do the link this time. So it's just interesting though, because usually the character arcs we've had so far have been 2 episodes each. You know, the one episode where we get into the fragment, then another episode that takes place mostly in the fragment. But this time we had like a 1 episode Asuka thing, and next episode use the link. So I guess it doesn't necessarily mean that she'll be the focus, it'll be her arc, but because she was the link just because Asuka can't do it, because You know, like, we don't want to replace the Asuka that's there. We want to talk to the Asuka that's there. So obviously Asuka can't be it. So it could just be like a necessity sort of thing. Rather than any kind of mitigation that will switch into Yu's arc. So it'll probably just be a continuation of Asuka's arc, and then we'll get into Yu's arc in the next episode, like episode 10. That will probably be the case, but we'll see. We'll see. Because, yeah, there would probably be more prep work for that if we were going to move into Yu's arc. So I don't know. Anyway, really good episode for sure. I feel like we really delved into a lot of serious, deep, overall plot things in this episode. So, yeah, I'm interested to see where things go from here. So, yeah, I think I've talked enough about the episode. I think I got my thoughts across well enough. So, yeah, until next time. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.